In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Mach 7 powder check alarm on your Lee Precision 6-Pack Pro. Lee Precision 6-Pack Pro is perfect for this type of alarm. You got 6 stations, you got space for it. So what do you get with your Mach 7? You get a pamphlet with the instructions that you have to download from the website. Take a photo of that link, follow the link. Important, read the instructions. You get a die body. Okay, solid steel die body, which I like. You get your alarm housing with a AAA battery. That I like a lot because AAA batteries are easy to find and easy to replace. Okay, that's your alarm housing. Then you get the upper rod assembly with the trigger itself. You get 4 die inserts, starting with, very importantly, the small one, the medium one, the large one, and the extra large one. So if you didn't read the instructions, you would swap that around. These go into the die body and that will activate the alarm with the case itself, and that's based on the calibers that you're going to use. If you follow your instructions, you will see that the small one is for 9mm 380 auto, etc. The medium one is for 357 38 special, etc. Large ones for your 223s, your 300 blackout, and the extra large is for anything bigger like 30-06 and those things. Okay, so important to read your instructions. What you also get is probes that will measure the height of the powder in the case. So you get a small pistol one, you get a large pistol one, you get a small rifle one, and you get a large rifle one. Okay, so that's basically what you get with it. So let me explain to you how to set it up on your Lee Precision 6-Pack Pro. The Lee Precision 6-Pack Pro is perfect for this alarm because you have space for it. I have a sizing die in the setup. I have a powder through die with my powder measure here. I have an open space. I have an inline bullet feeder. I have a bullet seating die, and I have a bullet crimping die. So 6 stations is perfect for this type of setup. But space does get limited up here. So you want to create some space to set this die up. All your other dies have been set up. The one die that you don't remove with this is your sizing die, because with these presses, the sizing die sets the height of the RAM, and you don't want to interfere with that because you're going to set something up that's going to measure height. So very important. Keep your sizing die installed. Remove your inline bullet feeder. Get that out of the way. While we get that out of the way, we can take the index rod out. Okay, very important, because while setting up this powder alarm, we are going to be short striking this press a lot. And as you know, these presses don't like to be short struck. So remove the index rod. You're just going to save yourself a lot of trouble at the end of the day. I'm going to remove my bullet seating die. Get that out of the way. And I'm going to remove my auto drum and powder through die here. Get that out of the way carefully because that's full of powder. Okay, we'll get back to setting that up. So that's where we want to be when we're going to start our setup with the Mach 7 powder alarm die. Okay, now we're ready to set up our Mach 7 powder check alarm. What I've done here is I've started the die already into the smart lock bushing. The smart lock bushings with the O-ring there are very secure. The die can't move there without you turning it, and it's very hard to turn by design for that. So to put it in there and start turning this die in there from the top is going to take forever. So I started it already. I'm going to add that into station 3 here. I'm going to take my wrench key and I'm going to secure the die body there. The breech lock pushing, so there's no movement there. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we're going to take the small insert and we're going to drop it into the die. We're going to take all our other inserts that we're not going to be using and we're going to stick that in the box just to make some space for us and to ensure we don't lose these things. Because we might want to load another caliber with this die. And you can, like from the instructions, you can see there's a lot that you can do. Now you want to take a empty case, place it under that station, and with the index rod removed, I can index my press manually, go up. Now you see by me moving it already, it started to move the insert up already. But the instruction says we just wanted 1/8 of an inch. So there, that's about 3.14 millimeters if I'm not mistaken. And that's your die body and your insert installed there now. Now we're going to install our trigger alarm housing. Now we are going to set up our alarm housing onto the body of the die. Okay. So what happens is a case will push up on the insert will activate the switch, your trigger will deactivate the alarm. So it's designed so if there's no case, the alarm won't go off all the time. A case activates the switch. Okay, so how we do this is we're gonna fit this, and it's got 2 torque screws here to tighten it onto the die body. Very important that you get this set up right, because if you set it too low, the insert can push this off slightly like that, and then the switch won't be activated and your alarm won't go off. So get this setting right. So fit that on there snugly. Okay, now we're going to get the case back in there, and we're going to turn the die body down till the alarm activates. There. Okay. Get that out. Make sure that it's snug on it. See how it moved there? Make sure that's sitting snug there when you test it. Okay. Now we have to turn the die 1/4 more in. So around about there. And we're going to maneuver this back now so that we can complete our setup and you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So the case will activate the switch inside there with the small insert, and that will make sure the alarm sounds. So once you got this set up right, tighten the 2 torque screws. Okay, let's move on to the next step. So our next step is to fit our upper rod assembly with our trigger. That fits in there like that. Okay, and then our probe, small pistol probe. Make sure you pick the correct one. That's gonna fit in through the bottom. Find the hole here. And that turns into the upper rod. So make sure you're not cross-threading it. Now, once you've done this and you've set up everything and you're happy with your setup, you can Loctite that into position. Okay, but for now, we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it like that. Okay, so the rod will set the height with a powder charge. Now, to set the height of that, we need some powder in a case. Now, I'm going to refit my auto drum and my powder through die to station 2. And tighten that back up. So with these auto drums, most importantly is before you do these types of things or weighing your charges is you've just filled powder in there. This auto drum needs to settle. So there's cavities, all the powder needs to settle in the cavities to get you the correct charge. So to do that is take an empty case that's got an old primer in, charge it 10 times. Throw a charge, throw it back in the hopper, throw a charge, throw it back in the hopper. Do that 10 times and it will settle your auto drum. Okay, so we've got that back in here. And this load I have developed, I know exactly this load. I've loaded thousands of it. It works. Okay. So what we're going to do now, and because we are going to work with powder now and I want to see what I'm doing, so I'm going to switch my ultimate reloading light on. Ha! Now we can see what we're doing. Right, now you want to set the height of the trigger here. The trigger has a set screw, so you're going to need an Allen key. Okay, we're going to take an empty case and we're going to charge it. That's the correct charge. We're going to maneuver it this way. And we're going to go up. Now we're going to take our alarm housing, our trigger housing, just going to move it up till it is around about there. Tighten it up a little bit. Okay. And we make sure the thickest diameter of the trigger is in the middle of the switch, of the trigger switch there. Like that. Okay. So that's the correct charge in there. I know that charge 100%. I've loaded thousands of them. So it does not activate with the correct charge. But now we want to check if there's no charge in there, does it activate the alarm? Though, oh, sorry about that. Point of the alarm. So that case has been charged correctly. Now we're going to take an empty case. Get an empty case in there. We're not going to charge it, and we're just going to move it to that station, and we want to hear the alarm sound now. Perfect. Okay. Now we want to take, so it's an empty case. We're going to take a case that's already got a quarter of a charge in, and we're going to charge it again. So we're going to have a overcharged case. Okay, so that's too much powder. Make sure everything's tight there, and this should activate the alarm again. You have too much powder in there. Okay, so the alarm will activate with no powder and too much powder. It won't activate with the correct height of powder. And this one that's double charged, we're going to fry it back in there so we don't mess that up. So your alarm will activate with a case with no powder. It will activate with a case with too much powder, and it will not activate with a case with the right powder height in there. So that's basically the setup of your Mark 7 powder check alarm. So once you've set up everything now you have to align everything on this press. So we have to get the perfect alignment of this now. So the one thing I can see it's going to interfere maybe with is our primer tray. Let's get a primer tray in here. We go up. We still got space. Our auto drum is set up. That's not interfering with anything. That looks good. Okay. But now you have to fit your inline bullet feeder, everything back onto the press. Just align everything. It does fit there. It's a tight fit, but everything does fit there. So that's the setup of a Mark 7 powder check alarm. What I like about it, it's an all steel die body. It's a steel insert. It doesn't use a magnet. It's got a physical trigger that's activated and deactivated. And the main thing, it uses AAA batteries. So Mark 7 powder check alarm available on our website now. I like it. Thanks, guys.